Hello world, welcome to Beethoven 250 in 52 posts, my vlog series on social media to celebrate the 250th anniversary of Beethoven's birth. I've made 9 videos so far, presented in Dutch, subtitled in English, but from now on I will turn that around. So to my Dutch viewers, zet even je ondertiteling aan als je het lastig vindt om het Engels te volgen. In this episode, I will not only talk about my hero Ludwig van Beek, but also about one of my long-time idols, Franz Liszt. Episode 10 of Beethoven 250 in 52 posts, Beethoven and Liszt. If you've watched episode 2 of my series, then you will know how I got this beautiful buste of Beethoven. For this figure of Liszt, I had to work just a little harder. In 2005 I became the proud 3rd prize winner of the International Franz Liszt piano competition in Utrecht. And ever since they have given me many opportunities to develop my career, so a big shout out to them. The new edition of the competition is coming up in March and I was asked to be part of the international selection jury. We traveled the world from Moscow to Shanghai, from Utrecht to New York to select 14 pianists who will participate in the competition from March 17 till March 28. The special thing about this edition is that it focuses on Liszt's music in relation to Beethoven. Beethoven and Liszt were both great pianists, improvisers, composers of course, and Liszt was a strong advocate for the work of other composers. He transcribed or arranged music by colleagues and then played for his immense audience. Liszt was one of the most famous musicians of his time. And in promoting music of others, Beethoven had a very special place in Liszt's heart. They met in 1823, as the story goes. Liszt was a child prodigy. He was in Vienna to perform, and it is said that Beethoven attended the concert and was so impressed by the little boy that he walked on stage afterwards to kiss Liszt. The YEONMIN, it's called, the kiss of consecration. A very romantic idea, of course, as if Beethoven had recognized the crown prince, as if he was giving on, passing on his genius by kissing the small Liszt. Not very likely though that it really happened, as we are quite sure that Beethoven never ever visited the concert. Great for Liszt's image building, and therefore we also have to be a bit careful in believing his own account from 1875, 52 years after the alleged meeting. To a pupil of his, Liszt gives his own account of the meeting with Beethoven. And he says that his teacher at the time, Karl Czerny, had asked Beethoven if he would wanted to hear him play. But Beethoven had great aversions against child prodigies and he refused time after time. But in the end gave in with the words, "Well, for God's sake, bring on the little rascal." And this is what Liszt said about it. "First I played a small piece to him, and when I had finished, Beethoven asked if I could play a fugue by Bach. Fortunately I could, and after the finishing chord I looked up. Beethoven's deep glowing eyes rested upon me. He approached me and stroked me several times over my head with affection. Suddenly my courage rose. 'May I play one of your pieces?' Beethoven nodded with a smile, and I played the first concerto. When I had finished, Beethoven stretched out his arms, kissed me on my forehead and said in a soft voice, 'You go on ahead, boy. You are one of the lucky ones. It will be your destiny to bring joy and delight to many people, and that is the greatest happiness one can achieve.'" Surely these accounts are highly romanticized, if not partly fantasized. But Liszt really had a true, genuine respect and devotion to Beethoven's genius. That is revealed in different ways during his life, as we will find out in the next episode of Beethoven 250 and 52 Posts, the endeavor of creating the monument in Bonn. The monument. That's it for now. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it with your friends. Subscribe to my social media channels, and I'll see you next week.